Hi, I'm Chris Ratcliffe. I'm a storm chaser in Alberta. As a prairie storm chaser, our mandate is really safety. We're out there to find out where the storms are going to be, to help meteorologists and the media know where the danger is going to be. We learn whatever we can to find out where the storms are going to be so we can photograph them and chase them. Well, the really big thing is to have a lot of updraft. If the storm is producing a lot of energy, it's going to rotate, it's going to create a lot of really beautiful, spectacular motion in the clouds, and that's really what we're looking for. But when it starts to do that, that's when it starts to get dangerous as well. All that motion is creating all the hail, creating the opportunity for tornadoes. We feed the data off to Environment Canada, and we are helping them understand the details of what's happening with the storm on the ground. They see a lot of satellite and radar information, but we can provide them on the ground, first-hand observational data on what's happening. There's nothing more fun than being out there chasing a storm, trying to get away from the storm when it starts to chase you. That's pretty crazy and pretty fun. Mini's great on gas. It gets a lot more range than the Jeep does, but it's a little bit damage prone. So my goal is really to stay outside of the storms. I like to catch the big structures, the big shapes in the storm. Braden likes to get right into the storms. So it's a little bit of a different choice. I tend to hover or orbit around the storm. Beakerhead is a heck of a lot of fun. Beakerhead's a mashup of science, engineering, and art. Storm chasing has a lot of the same components.
I just at an early age was really interested in weather and learned in the local library and stuff about weather, and just stuff online. Knowledge grew from there and began pursuing storms and learned more when we started pursuing storms. And the Jeep, we actually got stuck in the mud one time, so we've chosen a Jeep so that doesn't happen again, especially if we're on a storm that's capable of producing a tornado. We don't want to get stuck in the mud. In this vehicle we have Line-X truck bedding on the hood, so that allows us to get into hail without getting hail dents on the hood. The exterior roof rack also protects us from hail. And then the weather instruments that we have on the back side of the vehicle is an anemometer, which measures wind speed and wind direction. And then we also measure the temperature, humidity, and the dew point. And we have a GPS to account for our speed and our distance so that we can get a proper reading while we're driving as well. iPad, the weather station wirelessly connects to the iPad so we can get real-time data while we're chasing. It's up there, it's about 200,000 kilometers now. We broke 200,000 this year. We were in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, from here to Manitoba this year. We saw close to 50 tornadoes this year in this vehicle. Adrenaline junkie, it's more of just really interested in weather. It's a passion that's what I want to do for the rest of my life, is see these storms, and I've just become obsessed with it.
Storm chasing, it's about the science, it's about the art. It's also about the community though too. So when we're out chasing, we're hanging out, like myself and Braden, we're kilometers apart, but we're crossing province-wide distances in an afternoon. And it's like a big game of hide and seek almost.
I think people are afraid of what they don't understand, and that has a lot to do with it. Once you learn more about weather and it becomes more intriguing to you, you figure out what's going on, the different elements that come into play, it's not as scary.